Welcome to 1998 to Forever, where I, Marc Sanders, born September 25th, 1998, discuss all of my favorite things from each year that I've been alive. And this year, we're doing 1998. Along with this year, we will discuss my favorite movie, song, match, video game, TV show, cartoon series, and wrestling DVD from this year. Enjoy, my friends. Here we are, finally. 1998 to Forever finally begins. This is a passion project of mine that I came up with back in November of 2021. And I won't lie, we got here faster than I was expecting. I even said that it could be like a whole year, depending on, if I manage to do everything I want. In regards to this 1998 to Forever series. But we got there in, just over 2 months. And I'm very excited. I'm very passionate about this. And, yeah. So, 1998. The year I was born. Chapter 1, of course. I gotta say, I don't know very much about 1998. Of course I know, it was the year I was born. Of course I know like a lot of media from the year, like Saving Private Ryan, Stone Cold Steve Austin winning the WWE Championship, and all that. But I really don't know much about 1998. When I ask my mother what 1998 was like, she has no idea how to respond to that. And I understand. I could imagine in the future, if like 23 years from now, if somebody asked me, like a kid, of course, what 2022 was like, what do I say? But yeah. Now, let's really get this video underway and talk about my favorite movie from my birth year, 1998, and that is Bride of Chucky. Now, Chucky is the reason that I personally got into horror movies. I remember back in 2006, I remember not searching up, but I remember scrolling through TV and seeing, like, when I was scrolling through channels, seeing a movie called Seed of Chucky, that was available to watch, and I didn't know what Seed of Chucky was. I wasn't, interested in it, but just based off that title, just remember, I was 8 years old in 2006. It was Halloween 2006, actually, that I was doing this. That I finally actually watched Seed of Chucky, because based off the title, Seed of Chucky, I thought it was a movie about gardening or something. I'm not joking, I literally thought it was like a movie about gardening just because of the word seed. And then on Halloween 2006, we were scrolling through channels, finding something to watch, and all of a sudden, when Seed of Chucky was on, I saw a freaking, doll, not only a live doll, but a live killer doll that had, freaking scars on his face. And that was, to me, one of the, being a kid, impressionable and all that, that was one of the coolest things I had ever seen. It was also one of the most unique things I had ever seen. Of course, the idea of a killer doll was, thought of before. But, for a killer doll to have straight up stitches on his face, what? That is just amazingly imaginative. And I remember, and I know this is about Bride of Chucky, but I just wanted to share my story of how I got into Chucky in the first place, that's all. So I remember, watching more of it, and I remember seeing Chucky get killed, when Glenn chops his arms off, and chops his legs off, and then ultimately chops his head off. And I was like, what the hell? A doll is bleeding? What the heck? And then the next morning, I booked Seed of Chucky to watch by myself. And the next morning, I watched Seed of Chucky, and I watched the whole movie by myself. Seed of Chucky, and my mother and my auntie would never let me watch it, but they were outside gardening all day. And that's how I got to watch all of Seed of Chucky on that day. And wow, just wow. And then I became obsessed with Chucky. I became obsessed with horror movies. I started to remember Freddy vs. Jason. And then I heard about a movie called Child's Play. And I found out that the name of the doll, the killer doll from Child's Play, was also named Chucky. And I literally thought it was a coincidence. I didn't realize that the Chucky from Child's Play was actually the same Chucky from Seed of Chucky. And then I searched up, I literally Googled one time as a kid, is Chucky from Seed of Chucky the same Chucky in Child's Play? And nothing would really come up. You know, I wasn't getting any questions answered, man. But then I eventually realized that, yes, that is the same Chucky. And I remember just, like, watching the first Child's Play movie real soon. I forgot exactly when I watched it, but I did watch it. I loved it. And then on YouTube, because at the time, you know, really long YouTube videos weren't really a thing in 2006, 2007. I think it was March 2007. But I searched up on YouTube, and Child's Play 2, the full movie was on there. And I watched the whole thing, and it was in parts. You know, it was like Child's Play 2 Part 1, and it was in like 10 minutes long. And I remember the video creator actually titled the rest of the parts Blood Brother 2, so that copyright people wouldn't detect it. Of course, if I tried to not Google, but search on YouTube Blood Brother, I don't think anything Chucky related would come up, you know, sadly. But then that guy also uploaded Child's Play 3, and I wasn't really interested in Child's Play 3, to be honest, at the time. Of course, I've since then watched it. But Bride of Chucky. Yep, this is how I got into Bride of Chucky. And that same guy had uploaded Bride of Chucky, the whole movie, to YouTube. And I remember, I think I watched Bride of Chucky on YouTube the same day that I watched Child's Play 2, and I'm pretty sure I didn't get to finish Bride of Chucky at the time. I watched Bride of Chucky, and of course, you know, it was just Part 1 that was titled Bride of Chucky Part 1, and then the rest of the Bride of Chucky parts were labeled Bride of Chucky, Blood Brothers Bride parts to the rest, you know, and I watched it, and I don't know what it was about Bride of Chucky, but that movie just pulled me in. I was just so, like, lost in this gothic, like, atmosphere that Bride of Chucky had, you know. I just loved it, and it was actually the first that the Stitches Chucky appeared in, and I watched it, and I loved it. I didn't get to finish it, though. I forgot. I think, like, I was told to have a bath or something, like, I think it was actually, like, on the part when, I remember I was worried about, like, my uncle coming in during the part when, Tiffany was in the bath, you know, as a human, you know? And I remember my grandmother, saying to my uncle, "Hey, what is he watching?" Because she could hear it, because I didn't have headphones, you know? And then he came in, and then he said, Blood Brothers Bride, that's what he's watching. And I remember that. And, yeah, Bride of Chucky, I loved the movie, just the atmosphere, like, the gothic, like, atmosphere just pulled me in, and it was beautiful. I loved this movie. This is by far my favorite Chucky movie, and if you had asked me, you know, what my favorite movie in 1998 was, like, 8 years ago, I probably would have said, like, And I still love these movies. I probably would have said American History X or, you know, Mulan. Love those movies to death. You know, who knows, maybe in the future I'll be like, actually, I think Mulan or American History X was my favorite movie in 1998. But honestly, yeah, it's Bride of Chucky. By far. Love this movie. My favorite Chucky movie by far. And it's just, I love it. Alright, I love it. And yeah, that is my favorite movie of 1998. And we talked about this way longer than I thought, but I hope you love the story, y'all. Now for my favorite song that released in 1998. I had to think about this one for a bit. I was thinking, should it be a song from my favorite album from 1998, which is Mechanical Animals by Marilyn Manson, and I still love that album to death and all the songs in it, but I don't think one of them would be like my favorite song in 1998. There's Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. Fantastic song, but I don't know about my number one. I actually had Whiskey in the Jar by Metallica locked in for a while, but even then, I think deep down I was like, I'm not sure I'm feeling it. And then I was like, alright, this is it. My favorite Aerosmith song, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. And then, even then, it's still amazing song, but I was like, I don't know about that as my number one. You get the picture now, I guess. But ultimately, what I landed on for my best song, my favorite song released in 1998, I am going to go with Fly Away by Lenny Kravitz. Now, I actually didn't even hear this song until 2019, of all years, believe it or not. This was when I just kind of heard about Lenny Kravitz. My mom actually introduced me to him with the song Are You Gonna Go My Way? Amazing song. And then I actually heard this song, and this was just in 2019, so this is still a pretty fresh thing. During a very tough time in my life, I was going through some really horrible heartbreak, and I just discovered the song, and I don't know, like the way the song sounded and, you know, what I was going through at the time, it just really hit me more. It's even kind of hitting me a lot right now, you know, talking about it all this time later. And in a way, it still feels like yesterday, but with that hurt in mind, in a way, when you listen to songs you love that hurt you, in a way, you kind of love that pain sometimes, don't you? It's like, because you see those memes, right? Like, me starting the song again because the part that hurts me the most didn't hurt me enough. You know, it's like that. But that just, this might not even be my pick for best song in 1998. I probably would still be struggling if not for that pain. So, yeah, I love this song. Such an awesome song, and I feel it more because of that pain, if that makes sense. I do love this song, and I might go listen again when I finish making this video that I hope you're enjoying very much. But yeah, my best song in 1998, Fly Away by Lenny Kravitz. My favorite match of 1998, as in wrestling match, and my pick for my favorite wrestling match of 1998 is going to go to, and, you know, not a very original pick, but Undertaker vs. Mankind, King of the Ring, Hell in a Cell. I won't lie. A decade ago, there's no way I would have said this. There was kind of a thing around the time when, like, people were kind of tired about hearing this match, myself included. Like, we were so sick of WWE, like, replaying moments from this match all the time, and like constantly talking about it, you know, and we just got sick of this match, you know. So I never would have said this a decade ago if I'd made this video in 2012. But I don't know, like last year I think I just started to think about it. I was watching an old What Culture WWE video, favorite wrestling matches, and one of them had this match on it. And they were talking about how it wasn't really a match. Like, yes, there was a ring. Yes, there was a bell. Yes, there was a 3 count and all that. But it wasn't really a match. You just know what they mean by this, right? And I totally get what they mean. And it was just an insane... This was just insanity, this thing. Like, I say thing and not match. Like I said, I was like sick of this match for a long time. But last year I rewatched it after that What Culture video. And this match, I was just glued beginning to end. Alright? And I was like, wow. This really was a classic. You know, even though I was sick of this match for a while, eventually I just grew to love it, you know. Love it again, I should say. Because we all first hear about this match and just think it's like the coolest thing ever, I'm sure. But last year, when I revisited it, that was amazing. That was beautiful, this match. And it was just... And it's Hell in a Cell. Like you literally can't encapsulate hell in a cell more than this. Even though technically a lot of the crazy stuff that happened was hell outside of the cell. This match was just flawless, man. Like, holy crap. Like, this match just... I mean, you got... Obviously, when Undertaker tosses Mankind off the top of the cell, when he chokeslams him through the cell, and he lands inside the ring, which was not planned. I mean, the chokeslam spot was planned, but he was supposed to, kind of bend. It was supposed to be, like, a scary spot where, oh my gosh, he could fall through. But I'm so glad that he fell through. He straight up fell through, and the look on Undertaker's face was like, oh shit. You know, and of course the thumbtack spot, and Mick Foley himself says that there are parts of this match he doesn't even remember. I heard that even he was like, hey, did we do the thumbtack spot? And then Undertaker says, yes, we did, you know. So it's a little bit scary. But, man, really made a masterpiece here. Again, I was on that, you know, line of this match is overrated. I'm so overhearing about this match, but, you know, now I really love this match so much, so much as an adult. And I love it. I appreciate it. There was a point, like I said, not to break a record. Like, I know it sounds like a broken record, but, you know, just this match just was a masterpiece, man. It might be, like, in my top 10 wrestling matches of all time. It very well could be. Just, if you haven't seen this match, if you're a wrestling fan, of course, even if you're not a wrestling fan, I feel like you're going to be like, holy shit, what is this, you know? This match is just a masterpiece. It just gripped me from beginning to end when I revisited it last year, and I'm so glad I did. My best match in 1998, Undertaker vs. Mankind, Hell in a Cell, King of the Ring. My favorite video game released in 1998. Now, if you guys remember, back when I announced this series, that I don't think I'd ever played a game released from 1998 in my life. And there were 3 games that I was going to play, and I wasn't going to do this video until I had played those games. And I am shocked at how fast that I ended up playing all 3. I was like, it could be a year before I get a chance to play any of them. And I've since played all 3 of those games. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, which was actually the same month that I announced this. Metal Gear Solid, just a few days ago, actually. And also just a few days ago, South Park. I played all 3 of those games. And out of those 3, I thought there was no chance. I thought there was like 100% gonna be either of those two of those, but like the one of those three games I thought had no chance of becoming my best game in 1998. And my best game in 1998 is South Park. I had so much fun playing this. Within like 5 minutes of playing this on my laptop, like online, like a emulator thing, I was like, this is it. I can't believe how much fun I'm having. Like, the thing is, when you look at like video gameplay, like on YouTube, like clips, you never know like how much fun you'll personally have, like just by looking at it. I mean, I know you think you might, and I thought this game looked kind of boring actually. Like, it wasn't even third person; it was first person, and you just throw snowballs at turkeys. What? But man, moving in this game is so much fun. Beating up turkeys with snowballs is so much fun. Collecting your friends is so much fun. Like, I thought you just had to go near your friends to, like, grab them. And they were like, hey, dumbass over here. They were saying that to me, like, over and over again. And I'm like, bruh, I'm here. But then I didn't realize I had to walk into them. And, yeah, just from that, I had so much fun playing. I do want to own this game on PlayStation, no doubt, for real. And wow, technically I played the Nintendo 64 version of this game, I think, from the emulator I played. But man, out of Ocarina of Time, Metal Gear Solid, and this, I never thought there was a chance that this would be the winner. My best game in 1998. And maybe in the future, when I get around to, revisiting those other two games, maybe I'll be like, actually, I think I like one of those more. Maybe. But first impressions, man, they really do mean a lot. And this game was a blast, man. It really was. South Park. I mean, I love South Park, but this was like the dark horse I thought had no chance of, out of those three games I was planning to play, would be my best game in 1998. But man, oh man, it absolutely was. It was simple, it was easy to play, unlike the other two, and yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this. Yep, South Park, my best game in 1998. Now, my favorite TV show that premiered in 1998, and really it was just between two things. It was between this, my pick of course, and Sex and the City, and obviously since I mentioned Sex and the City, you know that's not gonna be the pick, motherfucker, but my pick for my favorite TV show that premiered in 1998 is That 70s Show. This is one of those default picks that, this is kind of one of those default picks that I did mention might happen every now and then, and I would say this is one of them. It's been a long ass time since I last watched any episode of That 70s Show. This is like one of those shows where I still love, but you could, like, if it's on TV and you're bored out of your mind, just put it on. And of course, it's that classic 70s thing. They reference like classic rock, like Led Zeppelin and all that. And it's kind of crazy to see like so many stars like starting out. At least I assume when they started out, like Mila Kunis, Ashton Kutcher, Topher Grace. Just a good, fun, comfort show. That 70s Show, my pick for my favorite TV show, premiered that year. Although it was really just like even if it is a default pick, I do love me some That 70s Show. Yeah. Now, my favorite cartoon series that premiered in 1998. This is one that I have a little bit of a, I don't have I've struggled to remember like a lot of this cartoon, because it's been like, I don't think I've watched it since like I first watched it, but I remember loving it, and I remember all the craze about it, and playing the game, the card game based off this cartoon. And yes, of course, based on this, I am counting anime if you want to. And my favorite cartoon series that premiered in 1998 would be Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember like watching. I'm pretty sure I watched like this on VHS. Yu-Gi-Oh! Like when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure I remember an old man who I assume was probably Yu-Gi-Oh's grandfather. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like, no, and that's really in terms of like actually watching the show, and of course the duels. How much I actually remember. But man, I remember, I still love Yu-Gi-Oh, man. And I remember when the Yu-Gi-Oh card games, they were like so popular, and just people played them at school all the time. I remember Bishop having a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards in like 2005, and I didn't know how to play it. I had no idea how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Even today, I still don't know how to play it. I'm sure I would learn and easily be able to play it now, probably. I mean, I should have back then, but I remember my uncle, he didn't know how to actually play Yu-Gi-Oh! Either, and he asked me if I wanted to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, sure. And the way he played Yu-Gi-Oh! He was like, oh, I got this monster. He grabbed like one of the cards and was like, oh, grab one of the monsters, and he got me to grab a card, and we like fought the monsters, like fought the cards as if it was actually fighting. That was just hilarious, man. And I did my best to try and convince Bishop that's how the game actually went. And I was so like mad at him that he refused to play the game that way, man. Because for me, my uncle's way, that's the way you play Yu-Gi-Oh! But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Of course, I know that like the Wild Thornberrys premiered in 1998. I think the Angry Beavers too. I could be wrong about that one, but yeah, my best cartoon in 1998. Another kind of default one, and more so based off memories that I can't remember, but I do love Yu-Gi-Oh! My best TV show, 1998. Oh, my best cartoon, sorry, 1998. Yes, sir. And now, the final category. Finally, my favorite wrestling DVD that released in 1998. Now, technically, WWE did not start releasing DVDs until the following year, 1999. And also, I did mention something like this in my announcement video for this. That, this technically is a 2006 WWE DVD, but it is a re-release of a VHS they did from back in 1998. But this is of the DVD that they released in 2006, which I'm counting as a 1998 pick, okay? Don't know how you guys feel about that, but I'm gonna do this how I want, And, yeah, by far, my favorite wrestling DVD of 1998 is D Generation X. I haven't watched all the matches yet, but the documentary was it was fun, man. This seems like such a fun, complete DVD. I do own it, but I think I've only watched like the documentary part, and this is just a fun package of a DVD, man. Like, you got matches, you got this the documentary part, of course, if you call it a documentary. Well, it's really like a kind of like a vlog, like a long ass, hour long, I guess, vlog. And I never thought that I would hear Martin Scorsese referenced in WWE. Triple H was like in this DVD talking to Michael Cole, and they were like looking at a trailer or something, or a van or something like that. I'm pretty sure it was a trailer. And Michael Cole was like, I don't know what's in there. And then they get inside, and Michael Cole is like naming all the things inside, and then Triple H says to Michael Cole something like, you said you didn't know nothing about this, but here you are, like Martin Scorsese all of a sudden, that was just cool. I've yet to watch this whole thing, but man, from what I've seen, this is such a fun package of a WWE wrestling DVD. This is for wrestling DVDs in general, this category, not necessarily just WWE, but easy pick. I understand if you think this is kind of cheating, but I don't. This is how I'm doing it. All right, this is how I want to do it. My best wrestling DVD of 1998, D Generation X. In conclusion, I will always feel attachment to the year of 1998. Obviously, it was the year I was born, and any media that released that year, I feel a connection to, you know? I love 1998. I'm proud of it. I don't know everything about it, but I do love it. And, yeah. I don't know when the 1999 video will be up, but I'm still working on some pics for that, I think. But I know you guys will love that when I get around to that too. And yeah, if you guys want to put your picks for your favorite things in 1998, go ahead. Even if you were born after, all right, you can go ahead and say your favorite things of 1998. And if you were born before me, go ahead and list your favorite things for before 1998, of course, as much as you want, you know. Whatever you want to do, you know. I had a blast making this video, honestly, and I hope you all love it. And I can't wait to continue this series. And on January 31st, 2022, I have made the first episode of 1998 to Forever officially. Thank you all for watching. I'm your boy, Marc Sanders. And peace out, y'all. And one more thing. If you want to do this yourself, my advice to you, fuck the popular opinion. Okay? Just say it. Fuck the popular opinion. Alright? If there's a category on here that you feel like you're obligated to make your pick, but you're not sure if you really love it that much, then you probably shouldn't. Don't. Look deep in your heart what your real favorite thing of that category is. Alright, no matter what it is, no matter how popular, no matter what the popular number one choice is, even if every other person on planet Earth has that as their favorite thing in that category, if you don't feel the same, it's okay. I have a couple unpopular picks for future 1998 to Forever videos in mind. And, yeah. I am glad that I am not tailoring myself. Because, yeah, even if some of your picks are different from my most favorite things, like a certain movie for 2008. If you feel differently, if you feel in your heart that it's different from mine, then it's totally okay. Alright? I'm Marc Sanders. Good night.